Hello guys, I'm the Keg Man. Welcome to Keg Man Plays, and welcome to Motorsport Manager, the Fire Fantasy 19 series, the modded Motorsport Manager series. That was actually your best ever intro, Keg. Well done, you. I know. Anyway, let's have a look. You can see that our drivers. Let's do a little recap like we always do. We can already see that our drivers are first and second in the overall standings. That's really good. That's really well. It could be better though. I mean, we are currently, as a team, 76 points clear, having 5 wins from, I think, 6 available races. And we're doing rather well. However, Book, he just has to disappoint me. He has to disappoint me. 2 crashes and a retirement so far this season alone. The problem is, he's a very good driver. And I doubt very much I'll be able to find someone to replace him. It's just awful. It's just awful that I have to pay that much money for someone who crashes 3 times. Now, I am interested in giving him a new contract. He's currently on 630. I'm going to make sure he has that. Bonus-wise, though, he's not going to get much. If he gets first place, then he's going to get 36 grand. He's going to get paid slightly more per race if he accepts this, but I'm going to be cutting down his bonus if I can help it. That's going to be the plan with regard to him. Kai Rowley also needs a new contract. We're going to go ahead and give him a new contract. Quite liking Kai Rowley at the minute. He says wages aren't very important. I'm going to see if I can get him for less. He'd prefer a long contract. And again, I'm going to see if I can reduce his bonus. But yeah, that's the first thing we're doing today on the stream. We do obviously have Tondela to get to. We're going to go through this. I didn't push forward to the 28 days to on the day, which is unlike me, but I do need to get things going. There was no point me wasting time going through the bollocks and then doing it when I could just click continue. I don't have much time, as we all know. However, you may have noticed that I did actually have time to smooth out the input into the recording. By that I mean I faded it in as opposed to it just being there. I think it looked a little bit smarter personally, but you guys may disagree. It didn't take that long to fix. You might not even notice what I'm on about, but there we go. Just, it's one. Right, so I'm going to have to end up paying these drivers more. I don't really want to pay too much more if I can help it. It says last chance there. I might be able to see if we speak to him towards the end of the season. If we do load these both drivers, I'm not overly fussed. Yeah, I'm not overly fussed. It's going to be a ball ache, but, going into next season, we're going to be taking promotion. We might be able to find ourselves a better driver. You never know. Kai Rowley was happy to accept it, though. That does mean that he's going to be on less bonus-wise. He's going to be on 30 grand a race more, but we're going to save ourselves a lot of money on bonuses. I'm quite happy to keep him. Not too worried about it, but Kai Rowley does have an injury right now. He's got flu. So how does that affect him? What does flu do? -3 to everything. So it might be a case of the reserve driver actually getting a race today. You never know. Suspension build finish. Beautiful stuff. I think that is the last suspension. I might be wrong. I think that's the last bit of suspension we need to make. Let's have a quick look. Is that a +40? Yeah, it is. That is the last one. So here we go. Let's go ahead and see if we can get these up to scratch. I would like to get their 590, 550. That one's a 644. I'm going to go ahead and push that. I want to get the stuff up. I might then go ahead and fit Kai Rowley with the 644 that's over here. Or this car, anyway, with the 6'4". So if we go put that there and then that there, he's happy now. We'll go give him this once that's ready, which it's not going to be for a little while. But it's now time to look at building the suspension. The spoiler, which is the last part that we're going to be doing. We're not going to be doing too much on this because, well, we're not going to have time to do it all. But what can we do? We can get a +25 to max and a +30. And then after that, we'll have to have a look. I do apologise. I've got something stuck in my teeth. I had a bit of lunch just before recording this, and there's something stuck there. And there's nothing worse than having something stuck in your teeth, and it just, I hate it. I hate it. Probably should have brushed my teeth before doing this. But how many people do you know brush their teeth in the middle of the day? I think once in the morning and once in the evening is enough, isn't it? And again, there's probably some people who do it 3 times a day. I suppose you're supposed to do it each time after eating. What can we get up to anyway? We're not going to be able to do that, so it's locked. So the best we can do is getting the plus 20 on top of this as well. Maybe taking the plus 10 and the plus 10%. I don't know how many more parts we can make though. Like if there was something here, that'd be fine. But I don't know if we can get up to 4 components. We might be able to do 3. I really can't remember how it works out. But we are starting to get some new parts. That is good. I think overall, car-wise, we're still the absolute pinnacle in this series. And we want to make ourselves better for next season, obviously. But I do want to try and save some money. Right, what's this? Oh, banging everything here now. I mean, I've got improved parts, fit parts. Boiler, great. I mean, it's not that much better than what we currently got, but I'm not going to equip it because of the reliability. We'll get around to doing it eventually. I might set it up on that now. That might be ready before the next race to use, if I need to use it. No, I'm not going to worry about that, because we're going to be getting better parts in. It's going to be a waste of time and waste of... going to slow everything else down, basically. And we don't want to slow everything else down, do we? No, we don't. No, we don't. Of course we don't, Keg. You know what's best, Keg, do I? News to me. Right, anyway, let's go to Tondela. Let's get this going. And, oh, more fucking mail. I don't care if Leo Varisco is a sponsor-friendly whisperer. Right. We will leave you at home for today. We're going to take Michelle Howder. We'll use Maximilian Book. So it's going to be Howder's first run out, actually, with us. Could be interesting. We're not going to worry about fitting parts. Everything else is fine. Let's continue on. Let's get to the race. Go from there. She's unsure of her setup opinion. It's the first time in the car for her. First time we've used her, actually. First time we've used a reserve driver ever. Possibly. Outside of maybe picking someone for paid driving. Of which she's a paid driver, by the way. So that's, I think she is anyway. Is she a paid driver? I think she's a paid driver. So we might get something back for this. That'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be nice. That'd be nice, wouldn't it, Keg? It would be nice, yeah. Maybe, if we're doing well enough, we'll end up using her for the last few races. Just to bring in some extra cash. Be nice. Yeah, money. What do we want for next season? Money! Alright, I personally fucking hate this race, don't I? If I remember rightly. I really fucking hate this race. I hate getting the setup for this race right. Because it's, you don't get much in leeway. Right, anyway, that one I have to do. We'll take the Super Softs, get that set up. We'll go to change setup here. And, yeah, it's going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be an absolute pain in the ass. I hate setting up. Altogether, anyway, I don't really like setting up. But mostly I hate setting up on this track. It's a horrendous track. Anyway, let's crack on. Send you out. You got qualifying trim? No, you got race trim. Superb. What about you, Howder? But you've got qualifying trim on, haven't you? Yep, thought so. That's 10 seconds wasted. Superb. Why can't I set that before the race? Or before qualifying? It's stupid that I cannot set that. Should be able to set that. Right. B12, bring in. And we should be coming around to the pit rather shortly. And there we go. Right, Book is a good pawpaw. Not so great. We'll get there. Don't worry about that. The good looks like we need to swing it in a bit more. Looks like we need to swing it in to sort of there. Obviously, we're going to have to adjust it again further because, well, all of these are going to affect that. And that is what we call in the biz a ball lake. Or that's what I call a ball lake anyway. That handling needs to go further away then. And that cornering probably needs to come back just a touch to there. We'll give that a crack, see what happens. I say give it a crack. Too much. You say it far too often, Keg. Can you just, just say go instead of crack? Sure. It's because your mind's always on crack. Yeah, probably. By that, I mean, my wife's... Yeah, don't worry about it. Right, excellent. Speed balance and cornering. Cornering I need to bring in to... Ooh, right on that money, I think. The speed balance, I want to bring it this way, but at the same time, I don't think that's right. We'll give it a look. I'm assuming speed balance is going to be over this end. Cornering might end up having to be over here as well. In fact, I'm 90% sure cornering's over here, and it's going to be damn near impossible to get. But we'll have a go. See if it works. Right, speed 12. Attack, overtake, of course. Bring in. Where are you on the track? You're getting close to that final corner now, aren't you? There we go. Excellent, good, good. So we're going the right way. It just might need a little smidge more, a little smidge more. But 89% is not a bad place to be, admittedly. Now, I think we need to move both of these further away. I think that needs to go there. Speed balance needs to go to... Where did we start on that speed balance? I think to there, maybe. Then again, it might be a touch too out of the way. We'll give it a look. I mean, we've got time. We know roughly where we need to be. That's the main thing. We can just give it a little look. One more lap won't hurt us. So we've got a great, excellent pour. Right. We're getting there. Slowly but surely we are getting there. So, with pour, I went the wrong side. Ah. Well, that might be the case. I think down to there. We do that little adjustment. Do we have a... I'm going to send that there. I'm going to send that there. It might be too much, but it could do a little job. Could do a little job. Yeah, I'm going to give that a go. So, attack, overtake. Let's get it to speed 12. Attack, overtake, bring in, bring in. And obviously we'll bring in Book ASAP. And hopefully, we're going to be bang on this time. Hopefully. Excellent. Okay. Oh, fuck me, we've got worse. Jesus. Right, okay, so where were we then? Went the wrong sides, look. Went the wrong sides. So the handling needs to go this way, just that touch more to there. And likewise, the speed needs to go a little bit shorter. Cornering is good. Right, that might be the last one. That might be it. I'm not going to worry about too much now. A great, excellent, great for Halder. Nice. So 97% there. I think that's good enough, in my opinion. We're just going to let her run. We'll give her the much longer 8 laps, because we can just let her push. Off you fucking go, girl. Overtake, attack. Over here, Book. Overtake, attack. I want to bring you in. Let's get it some speed to 12. Like I say, Halder's just going to run at this point, and hopefully we'll get the level 3 for race trim and the super softs. But we'll work out. Excellent, great, great. Give me a 97. Give me a 97. Give me a 95. Fuck. Right, okay. I'm going to have to take 95, aren't I? Because I'm starting to believe that this could be a step too far. Oh, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing that. We'll give that a look. Right, we've got 95%. There's no harm in me doing this to see if there's an improvement, yeah? So, we'll go with that. We're going to... Not that he'll get through it, but I just want to make sure he's going around completely. So, we'll just let them both run. Get it as quickly as we can, and get the level 3, hopefully. We've got 5 minutes. It could do the job. This might be a better setup. It might not be. I should imagine that it won't be. I reckon we'll lose maybe 1% on it. But it might give me an idea of what we need to do. So having adjusted it, we might get an excellent on one of them. And then we can see which way we need to go. Everything else. It's worth doing. It's worth doing. Nice job with the weight distribution. Perfect cornering. We're not going to get level 3, unfortunately, unless Book can get himself over the line. Which he hasn't managed to. Halder is still going. It's going to take a lot for her to get that, though. 2 corners away, and no, that's not level 3. Not far off. If we'd have just been a little bit better, we'd have been fine there. We would have been fine. Unfortunately, not good enough. But it's not a bad little first run, I suppose, for Halder. First time in the car, in the Aston. First time in the colours of Kegman GT. And hopefully we'll see a bit more of her. She has no reputation. Oh no, she's got the sweet spots. Okay, she actually does have a... interesting. So, well, oh, hello. 97%. See, it's worth doing. It's worth doing. Alright, we'll do that. Should have done it with Halder as well, really, but never mind. 97% is good enough. Take those tyres, and we're going to sit back and wait and bide our time and get ourselves a nice little qualifier time. Get this sped up. Shouldn't be any... Oh, hello. Fuck me, there is going to be some rain. Wow. Okay. How much rain is the question? How long does it take? Nearly 2 minutes to get around the track. Is that going to be continuing through? I'm going to send Halder out at the 4.5 minute mark. He has the sweet spots. I'm actually going to send her out now. She has got the sweet spots, so we can keep an eye on that. The rain is dissipating. By the time she's starting her actual lap, most of that should be gone. Most of it. We're going to send out Book ASAP. Right, get you sped up. We'll aim between the two E's and the word speed, of course, like we always do. If I can get my mouse sorted out, I want it right on that money, right on the money, and yeah, that would do. So yeah, she's going to have a little bit of rain on the track, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Book will be going out shortly. How do we do here? Was it between the two E's ideal, or do we want to do that a little bit earlier? A little bit earlier. That's fine. We're going to send Book out now. Might cut in front of Howder, unfortunately, but we'll find out, won't we? Has unfortunately caused Howder to slow down. We're going to aim between the P and the E on this one. I think that's probably the right decision to do, because I think we need to go that touch earlier. Maybe just bang in the middle of that first E. Yeah, let's go bang in the middle of that first E. So there, and then hopefully we've got it timed right, because it's a smaller sweet spot. Just that. I should have done it a little bit earlier between the P and the E. That's fine though. Howder is in first place currently. Obviously, Book setting faster attack. Yeah, it's going to be 1-2 for Book and Howder. And that's because we played the rain. Yes, that's what you need to do sometimes. Play the fucking rain. It really does work. Unfortunately, sometimes you do get what happened to me, and you get caught out by the rain at the end of the session. But we're good. We're good. And 1-2. Hopefully, good to go from there. Hopefully, Book won't fucking crash this time. And hopefully, Howder will stay on the track as well. It'd be nice. It would be very nice for Howder to stay on the track. Let's go for the Super Soft and the race trims, of course, for both drivers here. Super Soft race trim. Don't need nurse. Car setups. We're good to go. Tyres. Those. Lovely lovely stuff. 39 laps. Hopefully we can do a one-stopper for both drivers. It might be a tough one, possibly for Howder. I don't know if she's got 23, 25. She might have the tyre performance. We're going to get both cars attacking, of course, for the first lap. Maybe two. The biggest issue with this race is that tyres do burn out rather quickly because of the temperature. Obviously, Michelle Howder's going to struggle as well because she's not as good as the majority of the drivers on the track. But, yeah, if Book can get himself a nice lead, get him 25 points, I'll be a very happy man. If Howder can finish top 10, get herself some points, increase our lead at the top of the board, then superb. What we're going to be doing now is we're going to tell Howder to obviously not try to race against Book. We would like to win the double, which is the Drivers' Championship and the team standings. And I don't think she's got no chance, has she? So allow your teammate through, please, and then we'll speed it up from here. So this might end up being a boring race, but with Book being at the front, he should have unless he fucks up, he'll have an unimpeded race and probably go on to win. Howder, hopefully in second place, is going to keep everyone behind her, have a good race as well, hopefully get second, but as long as she gets some points, we're solid. There is someone behind us who is going faster. I'm not 100% sure who it is. It looks like Müller, who's got 2 purple sections, despite being in a group, so I don't know how that one works out. Wittmann's got the fastest lap, and Book is starting to get a 1.4, so we're going to go to high and push. He doesn't need to really worry about anything too much. Howder's going to go high and push. I mean, Heidfeld and, well, Bourdais is giving it a bit of push. We're going to keep an eye on this distance between Howder and Bourdais, which is a 0.8 second gap. We might need to, yeah, it's 0.7 now. Let's go attack, overtake. We're going to try and increase that gap up again, because I do not want Bourdais getting anywhere near my man over here. All right, let's conserve neutral, please. Conserve neutral. Howder Bourdais is a 2.2, 2.6. There's not that much of a gap there between them. Howder, love, I really, really do need you to pull your finger out and increase this gap between yourself and Bourdais. He is going to be the better driver. We know that. She is our reserve driver. But I would like her to, you know, actually do something and get some points. She does have the best car on, well, technically the second best car, but she's got the best car on the grid, other than the one Book's got. You know what I'm getting at, right? Okay, she's in a position where she should be doing very well. There is a collision between Prost, Bell, and Saboy, and all of them getting penalised, apparently. All of them getting drive-through penalties, which isn't a bad thing for us. This gap between Howder and Bourdais is increasing, which is rather nice. Let's go push. No, let's go neutral and overtake on the in the car there. How is... Right, so Bourdais is going conserve and... what do you call it? Neutral, medium. So we're going to go neutral, medium. We've got the nearly 2-second gap between these guys. We're going to go for a neutral, medium over here for Book. He's got the time to do that. That's fine. Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on the gap between Halder and Bourdais, which is still 2 seconds. We're going to speed it up just temporarily because it's going to be a long, boring race, I imagine. 2.2, 2.2, 2.2, down to 2, which means that, yeah, he's starting to push again now, which means I'm going to push on the fuel a little bit. You are careful. Yes, you are, Book. Well done, you. Well done, you. So, boy, now in the pit. Still got a drive through to do. Burgermeister's tyres completely gone. But yeah, there's a 1.8 second gap now. 1.7 second gap between Halder and Wittmann. Obviously, Book is starting to pull away, which is fantastic news for him. Hopefully, he's not going to ruin it by crashing again. But yeah, it's going well so far. Halder exceeding my expectations. Might have to pit her before I really want to pit her, but that is part of the race, I guess. Back up to 2.4. Let's go neutral on the fuel, or medium on the fuel. Want to keep this all sort of laid back, relaxed. In fact, I might go low on Book's fuel. He is quite a way ahead. Conserve on those tyres. I want to try and maintain a 2-second gap if I can. I feel like that's the way forward for these guys. Halder is going to have to pit before most other people. It's a little bit unfortunate. What I'm going to do is get her to go high. I want to try and conserve the tyres just a little bit longer. I don't mind pushing the fuel just a little bit. But I do need her to take those tyres on a little bit longer, because I am going to get her to push quite hard on the tyres at some point. I'm going to try and split between the two. In fact, I'm going to go medium and push now, so that'll be fine. We're going to try and bring down the fuel. 2-second gap still is good to see. Wittmann does have quite a big gap over Heidfeld. Bourdais fell down to 6th place. As long as we can keep these gaps going, we're fantastic. Book, obviously 4.8. Not going to have to worry about him, really. Let's speed it up. We'll keep an eye on Halder for now. 2.7. Oh, it's a 3-second gap, sorry. Which is good. Alright, in that case, conserve. You got a 3-second gap, conserve. I mean, it's gone down to 2.4 already. But that's fine. If we can maintain at least 1.5 seconds between those two drivers, we're golden. So I want to really bring that tyre temperature down. Because she's not as good as the other drivers we've got on maintaining those tyres. 2.5 seconds, 2.4, 2.5, 2.5. Yeah, getting there. She's getting through those tyres as well though. She's down to 33% on the tyres. I would have liked her to go a bit more. I really would have liked her to go a bit longer. Because she's not going to have enough. She's going to end up having to do like a double. Going to have to do 2, isn't she? You can only get 22 laps of fuel work in there. I don't think she's got enough on the tyres to see her out. Not. Yeah, that's an issue. 2.1 seconds. You've got more than enough. You've got like 8 laps, and you've probably got around about the same left in tyres. More. Good. Good stuff. And his obviously gap is still increasing. Less than 2 seconds now between Halder and Wittmann. Don't mind pushing the fuel because I need to increase this gap. We're going to do 2 more laps of Halder. 2 more laps of Halder, then we'll bring her in. We'll give her the super softs and the fuel. I just want to make sure I've got enough fuel to finish this off. That is the thing. Not having enough fuel so I can one-stop her. So I'm quite happy to give her softs as opposed to super softs to see her out. She won't have the same performance. It might affect her overall position, but if I can stop her from having to do 2 stops, then we're okay. We can probably just about get away with doing 2. We've got a 3-second gap. Yeah, I think we've got about just enough to get away with doing this one. Right. The 23 to 25, technically. 29 to 31. I will take the 29 to 31, and we're going to go straight ahead and fill up to 22 laps. Which is what she'll have when she comes in. That's fine. Pit strategy will take the balance. That's not quite, is it? Not quite. Okay, that's fine. As she's saying it, I'm going to get her to go one more. I'm going to get her to go one more, and then I'm going to bring her in on the super softs. Right, now we're going to do it. On the super softs, fuel options, fill up. There we go, and that should be enough. That will be enough. We're going to go with a risky fast. So she's got a 3.5 second gap currently. Book doing really well. Has a massive 5.3 second gap ahead of her. 8.7 over 3rd place. Halder's tyres are now worn, which is not a huge issue. fuel is low. That's a 3.4 second gap now. She's going to come in. Here's her pit. Going to lose a few places out of this, but I'm expecting this. Fantastic pit, though. Fantastic pit. Now we're going to go medium and neutral. Comes out in 11th, which isn't bad, considering everyone else still has to pit. Now, I don't mind keeping her on neutrals for the rest of the race. Everyone might overtake her, but I think we're good. She doesn't have to work too hard to get a decent position. I don't want her to kill these tyres. Going to lose a few. She's going to gain one because of the pits there. We'll probably gain a couple more in a moment because of pits, but yeah, it's not too. He says it's not too bad as everyone overtakes her. You know what? Fine, fuck it, fine. Let them overtake. Let them overtake because, like I say, everyone else has still got a pit. She'll lose a few positions. That's fine. But she'll gain them. There's no point in me trying to push to get ahead of these guys when I know she's going to gain them again shortly. Luke, 29%, 3.4 on the tyres. Still got a 5.7 lead. Might get him to go back onto neutral and medium for the last 2 laps before we bring him in. And then we'll just have him attack the tyres as we always do. Let's speed it up. A few people going into the pits now. So Howder gets up to 7th. And there's 1, 2, 3 people ahead of us who are going to have to pit. She might lose a couple of positions. She may well lose a couple of positions, but I'm not expecting her to do fantastically well. I've already established this. We've got a little bit of fuel we can play with. That's fine. We're going to bring in Book finally on this pit. 25 to 27. Fill up. We don't need to fill up. We can knock 5 laps off that. I might give him just a little bit of excess to play with if I need it. Pit strategy is going to be a safe or a balanced. We'll take a balanced. We'll take a balanced, actually. I was tempted to do a safe, but balance will be fine. We are going to keep her on high until that excess fuel goes. Because it will drop off. I know that. I don't want to push the tyres because, well, she's already heating her tyres up and she just about had enough tyres to get through the race. You know what, actually saying that, I think we're gonna do double pits. We're gonna do double pits. It might be too late to change my mind, but we're gonna do double pits. I need her to do well. Tyres are overheated. Yeah, they will be. They will be. Book is going to be fine. He's still got a 6.3 second lead over Wittmann, who's on slower tyres now. Howder up into 4th. Driver mistake, locked up, but still holds on to her position. And like I say, we're just going to accept the fact that she's going to end up having the pit again because I don't think there's enough on the tyres to see her through. And she is, without doing this, she is falling behind. There might be other drivers that need to come in because of their tyres. I'm going to go with that as my massive excuse, and it is a massive excuse. But yeah, we'll have enough to see her through. With the next lot, we can push her hard on those as well. It's a shame I'm having to do this. It is a shame. But Book's, you know, he's doing well. I'm not having to push him. I can probably just leave him like that now, not keep an eye on him at all. As long as he doesn't crash. I'll occasionally look up here, see what the timing is, which is increasing. Yeah, I think Book's won this now. And that is the beautiful benefit of having pole position in this game. I say beautiful, the boring benefit. Oh, a little mistake there. Your tyres are now overheated, so you know what? Go conserve and go high. That's fine. Howard had a little spin out there. She still managed to just about hold on to 4th, which is good. She's going to be pitting not on this one, but the next one. And then she'll lose a load of position. But it's... I don't know, I just can't do this race that well. I really can't do this race that well. We'll go fill up. Actually, no, we won't. We will... give you that. We'll take the risky fast. We'll lose a few positions. But overall, I think it's the right decision to do because we can then just, again, attack the tyres. We're going to go with medium and conserve again for you. You've got a 10-second lead, so it's not a huge issue. Yeah, we'll just let you run like this now. 8 laps on these tyres. Should be fine. You've got 3 laps of excess fuel. So, yeah, go for it, girl. You go get it, girl. Just try not to spin out too much if you can help it. Tyres are overheated. What a surprise. On a hot day like this. On a hot day like this, driving like a madman, or a mad girl in this case. If she can get some points, I'll be happy. Her finishing, I'll be happy at the moment. The way our drivers have been recently, where we've basically had a driver either retire or crash every race for the last few races, I will take anything at this point in time. A finish is not a bad result. For a second driver. She does have 4 laps to try and gain a few positions. She's got enough fuel. She's got enough on the tyres. She's now up into the points, so she should hopefully hold on to points. Faster section might have the fastest lap. You never know. She doesn't quite get the fastest lap, but she is trying to get 9th off Kilvitz there. Probably should manage it. Does indeed. That's a new fastest sector there in the process. And a new fastest lap. That's not a bad race. It's not a bad first ever race. It has to be said. Yeah, again, Book is just like coasting final lap, and he's just coasting with a nearly 12-second lead. Alder up into 8th. Span out. Down into 9th, unfortunately. Doesn't get a penalty. I thought she got investigated for a moment there. Low fuel. There she is. What a fucking disaster. I'll be honest, Howder. I think it's my fault. But I think you've done alright anyway for your first ever race. I don't think you've done too bad. But yeah, shame a couple of positions. I should have probably just tried to hold her out. I probably should have given her the softs as opposed to super softs. But it's fine. It's fine for a first ever race. I'm happy with that for her. Unfortunately, Kai Riley will be back for the next race. It's a one-off. All right, sue me. Don't sue me. I don't have money. Talking of money, I should be going back to work hopefully over the next 2 weeks. Having had a chat with a DVLA earlier on today, it does look promising that I can get back to work soon. What that means for videos, I do not know. We might be going back down to a couple of videos a week as opposed to 3. Obviously, me being at work means I've got a hell of a lot less time, basically. So we'll see what works out. Michelle Howder did actually get a penalty there, a 10-second time penalty. She still managed to get 10th place though. That's not too bad. Right. I think we're going to end the recording there. I can hear the little one screaming as opposed to going to sleep. She should be asleep. She knows she should be asleep. I will see you in the next episode, which will obviously come out on Friday, same time. If you fancy seeing me tonight and talking to me live within the first few hours of this video going out, then obviously I will be over at Twitch, and there'll be a link to the Twitch channel in the description below. I've been a Kegman, and I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Bye-bye.